All right, so what we have here are a few exercises that work really, really well together. And there's a couple different ways that we can do them. So we can do them with a technique called bridge the gap, where we're using two plates, or, well, you got like books at home, or something basically that creates a gap for the foot to go across. And for that foot going across, that really works that foot and ankle a whole lot. And with working that foot and ankle, we get this greater connection to that outside hip, having to stabilize us. But as we go through this, what you're gonna see is that you can do it with or without those plates. You can do it with or without that back foot tapping down back behind you. And if you need that back foot for stability, then that's okay. But when you feel ready to progress, you can lift that back foot up, either on the plates or not, and then perform the exercise. So 3 exercises in particular that we have here. The first one, kettlebell handoff, or kind of a pass off back and forth with either both feet kind of in contact with the ground or one foot's up, right? For this, we want to make sure that we're hinged, chest down, butt back, really push the inside of the foot that's down, either bridging that gap on the plates or just on the flat surface of the floor, and really trying to feel that arch stabilizing you and that outside hip taking the force, taking the work in this exercise. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Don't get too fast with the exercise, handing it off really quickly. I want you to take your time going back and forth with that handoff. It's going to work a lot of great stability muscles in the hip, all the way down to the foot, and core control as well. And the next exercise is one where we're rowing. So for the row, we're going to row up just like this, right? Foot is down or foot is up. Up is obviously going to be more challenging. I want you to make sure this pelvis doesn't open like this as you do it. That's a little weird. That's not very stable. And so we want to make sure that belt buckle, if you had one on, was pointing over that knee. And so you're going to row up and down. And you can kind of add a little bit of torso rotation into it if you want to. But make sure the tension that you're feeling is in that hip. All right? And into the leg, not the low back. All right? So that's the row. And then the third one in this set is you can use a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell, you can use, a can of soup. It doesn't have to be very heavy. But this is going to be tricky. It's going to be kind of a kettlebell pendulum, kind of oblique exercise for the core. For this, we don't want momentum. So in the split stance, or if you want to go both feet, you can. And just kind of start here. Drawing that belly in, and then arms aren't trying to lift it, right? I'm not trying to lift it up super high, nor am I trying to go swing, swing, swing with it here. I want you to take it slow and controlled, going side to side. And you can do this on the floor or on the plates for the bridge the gap concept, but we're going to turn and turn, and we're using those obliques. Do it slow, start with a light weight, but these 3 exercises combined together, you can progress in the weight, you can progress in the time under the tension,